Ingrid, welcome
I
back.
feel really tired.
Did you
Sorry,
speak with
everyone.
your father?
I don't know what's up today.
I just
I'm gonna warn you guys, I was so unbelievably tired during this section, so I'm gonna be saying some random stuff, and sometimes I'm just not gonna be saying anything at all, so enjoy.
returned to the monastery.
What happened with the proposal?
As soon as I informed him of the suitor's unsavory tendencies, he rejected the proposal outright. Were we to form ties with such an individual, it would bode poorly for our family, regardless of the weighty dowry offered.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad it all worked out.
You and me both. My father also insisted I take this.
Oh, well, nice. We get another hero's relic.
Indeed. This is the magic lance Lewin, which has been passed down for generations
Damn.
within my family.
So we have two
My father
lances
and
now.
siblings have no way of using it, since they bear no crest. Father told me I should take it, and use it to protect myself with. He said it's far better used protecting his daughter than gathering dust.
Oh, that's so sweet. Your father really does mean well, Ingrid.
He's unendingly stubborn, but I am proud of who he is. Dorothea, Professor, I want to thank you.
It was important that we help you.
It really was quite exciting, too. So, you know, don't worry about it. I could never hand over my lovely Ingrid to some jerk who only wants her for her crest.
Oh, do I belong to you now, rather than to myself?
Oh, little silly eyes. Little silly fellas.
Ash and Dedu. Interesting.
You don't like to talk much, huh, Dedu?
I am not skilled in conversation.
Any particular reason?
Reason? I am only here at the monastery because this is where His Highness wishes me to be. Many here are frightened of me, disgusted by me. I grow weary of it.
That makes sense. A lot of people hate Dusker. They think all kinds of terrible things. Some of them even think you kidnap and eat people.
We sound like true monsters.
Why are you smiling? Shouldn't it make you angry?
I suppose.
If those people would just talk to you, I'm sure they'd change their minds. I'll admit that when I first got here, I found you kind of intimidating. I didn't know if it was okay to talk to you. I hesitated. But like I said before, I just wanted to get to know you. And now that I have, I'm not scared at all.
I am not very good at interesting conversation.
We can work on that. Tell me about Dusker. What was your hometown like?
Calm. More forested than Fargus. Each town had a specialty. Smithing, fishing. You would be better off reading about it in a book.
Okay, maybe you're right. But answer me one thing. You're a great cook and you learned at home. Why don't you make more Dusker-style food?
As we have established, people hate Dusker. Food by itself may be harmless, but it is better not to sow seeds of discontent.
Ah. But the cuisine of Dusker is delicious. I'd really like to try more of it.
I am pleased to hear you say so.
Still more about Dedu and how he just is falling into the racist stereotypes. I guess he's not falling into the racist stereotypes, but he's just like
Apologies.
submitting to it. He doesn't want to fight against it.
I'm the one who owes you an
Oh,
apology.
Ingrid's not being racist anymore. Nice.
You've saved my life how many times now? If I keep being so callous, I'll seem ungrateful.
No matter.
But
I'm accustomed to it.
I am accustomed to it.
I'm sorry to do.
Why?
Why?
Because the way I speak to you is unnecessarily harsh. The truth of it is, I lost someone very dear to me in Dusker. The punishment came swift to your people, and when I heard of the slaughters, well, I thought it was a punishment well earned. I thought the people cruel and heartless, deserving of the tragedy that ultimately befell them. But you're different. You seem nothing like the people of whom I
That's
speak.
crazy, Ingrid. It's
So
almost
why
like
not
people
speak
are
back
people and
against how
not
I
a
and so many
collective
others
group
feel?
of...
Why not question this unfair prejudice and tell me I haven't the right to hold a grudge against you? If you just speak to me, if you tell me the truth about all of this.
I do not know the truth of it myself. His Highness says the tragedy was not the fault of my people. But just like anywhere, there were many different people in Duscur. Some very good, and others very bad. It is not unimaginable that some may have conspired to take part in that wickedness. Perhaps we are merely victims. Or perhaps we are regicidal monsters.
Whatever the truth of it is, you are not to blame. The people I hate are the ones who were responsible for that whole mess. You just got caught up in all of it.
Ingrid.
You've rushed to my side. You've saved me countless times. I am sorry for how I've treated you. Truly.
If you think of me as your ally, that will suffice. For me, that is enough.
Look at him being all cool. I guess it's just Ingrid then. I hate how long the silence is.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Have you been there long? I was absorbed in this book.
Another silly legend?
First of all, they're not silly. And second of all, no. It's an essay that speaks to uncommon and challenging battle scenarios. I've been researching such things since you proposed your unique strategy. Listen to this. Your commander gives orders that put your hometown in extreme danger. Do you carry out the orders, or protect your hometown?
What nonsense. I was talking about real-world tactics, not some dumb ethical question.
Whatever your personal feelings on the matter, I see similarities between such tactics and these dumb ethical questions. I haven't read beyond this one, but I think the obvious answer is to follow your commander. The duty and pride of being a knight demand that you follow orders, regardless of your own feelings. But if I were put in such a position, I don't know how I'd fare. In fact, were someone to carry out those orders, I know that I'd attempt to stop them.
Stop bothering with all this. You're not meant to be a knight. Go find a husband.
Okay, Felix, shut the fuck up.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Felix is such a douche.
I know you hate the ideals of chivalry and pride. So much so, you prefer to escape your duty as your family's heir. You have no right to criticize me for my ideals.
Perhaps not. At least I know not to heedlessly obey orders. I know not to romanticize blind obedience. My brother taught me to think for myself.
Don't you dare bring Glenn into this.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. Forget
I
it.
forgot they're connected like that. Forgot that Glenn was Ingrid's previous spouse. God, Ingrid got a lot of people today.
Do you know this legend, Ingrid? It's about the Battle of Fodlan's Throat.
Fodlan's Throat?
Yes. I know it like the hilt of my sword.
You're not using a sword.
With so many valiant knights appearing in this story, I couldn't help but wonder which was your favorite.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They're both in there
really
as a
like
talk
this
about
one,
stories.
The one in the middle, the knight who stands in defense of the Duke.
Man,
Such
I'll
a
get some good
wonderful
sleep
night.
tonight.
One of my
Maybe.
favorites as well.
Hopefully I can.
That makes sense. He's so
I don't
noble
know.
and
I don't know if
virtuous.
I'll be back
In fact,
tomorrow.
he kind
I'm
of
just kind of
reminds
like
me of you.
out of it right now.
Thank you. You remind me of him as well. You are honest, as is he.
No, I'm nowhere near as great. Maybe someday. Maybe if we work hard together, we can both become knights as glorious as the one in this story.
Together, yes. Now wouldn't that be something? If only we could.
I'm forgetting why Ingrid is like this. Is it just because of the marriage?
Ash, the legends are exactly that. Legends.
They're
not indicative of real life. The cards we are dealt are what they are. We can work with what we have, but we can't change what's in our hand.
Yeah, it
What's
depends
that
on what
supposed to
game
mean?
you're playing.
I long to serve His Highness as a knight. The sort of knight that legends are written about. But I was born bearing a crest, and with that comes responsibility. Whether I like it or not, I am
The funny thing
last
is, I don't
hope of House
understand
Galatea. I am the
is
only one who
like
can
the
carry on
the crest need to be
bloodline
combat
and
stuff,
restore our lost
but
fortune.
they don't let them
To do
fight in
that,
combat.
I'm setting aside my own
It
dreams
just
and
doesn't make any
ambitions.
sense.
You still
They're
have
just
the
nobility.
right to pursue your dreams.
Ash,
Unless it's just like they
I
make it
must
a
ask
combat
something
thing
of
for
you.
gameplay or whatever.
Yes,
I don't know.
Of course. Anything.
my dream is aligned with your own. Please, for both of us, promise to see yours through.
That doesn't seem fair.
I'll never be able to see my dream through. Doing so would mean terrible misfortune for others. So, I am bound by honor not to follow through on my own dream. But I can help you achieve yours.
Come on, this isn't like you at all. Please, don't smile when your eyes are so sad.
And that this is their last one.
Sylvain, good timing. There's something I want to say to you.
Uh-oh. Did I do something wrong?
Uh-oh.
Did you spot me sneaking back in this morning? Or is it about that girl who got mad I kissed her sister goodnight?
Oh,
I can
God.
explain either way.
No, I'm not here to get after you about those things. Surely other people have that covered. What I really want to talk about is your behavior during our training sessions. When we're sparring, you're always passing on great opportunities to get the edge on me.
Oh.
It's almost as though you're going out of your way to make me think you're incapable.
Nah, I just like giving other people the spotlight.
Uh-huh. It's not that you took something I said to heart. About how you don't have to work hard to be good at stuff and how that isn't fair.
I did take those things to heart. We're friends, right? I'd be sad if you started to hate me. There's just one thing I want you to remember. Guys like me, who hate hard work and sort of get by on our wits, it all falls apart eventually. I'm smart enough to know that. So, I respect people like you. I mean it.
Oh. Is that sincerity?
Jesus.
It's kinda creeping me out. It's just so unlike you.
Huh?
When you say nice things like that, I can't take joy in beating you. I want to beat you when you're at your best. That's why it bothers me so much when you don't try your hardest against me.
Let me put this a different way. I've always been treated like I'm special, and I'm not. At least, I don't think I am. I'm just tired of people thinking they know what I can and can't do. When everybody expects something of you, or envies you, it's kind of suffocating. I'd rather people think I'm dumb. Well, I mean, I can still be pretty dumb.
I have to
Ugh,
admit,
my
I
eyes
have a
are
hard
itchy.
time understanding where you're coming from. Just know that I want you to keep being great at everything without trying. If you stop being that way, I won't have any competition.
Competition, huh? I like the sound of that. Where the heck were you when I was growing up? If I had someone like you back then, I think I may have turned out different. And better, I mean. Anyway, I'd love to chat more with you. Would you like to grab some tea with me, or...?
Oh, sure thing. The very next moment I'm free. For now, I need to get to my magic training.
Oh, I see. Some other time then. I look forward to it, Annette.
He just kind of stands there like, damn. I really got blown off like that, huh? Ingrid and Mercedes only have a
Percy, this
B,
time we're gonna
really.
be really good and get the
I guess
supplies,
Annette and
no
Mercedes
detours.
were like childhood
You're so
friends.
good at sticking to a plan. I should leave the shopping to you. I'll stay out of your way and just browse.
Hey, that's not fair. I want to browse too.
Looks like you girls are having a good time.
Annie, is this a friend of yours?
I've never seen this person before. I'm sorry to be rude, but we're kind of busy.
Wait a minute. I think you're shopping with money you stole. But no need to worry your pretty little heads. I'm just gonna have to take it back for us common folk.
Step back, Mercy. This could get dangerous. Listen here, you. There's no way you can win against me.
Okay.
I don't want to fight you, but I will if I have to. So just back away.
You think you can talk to me that way? I'm gonna...
Oh, the knights are coming.
What?
run!
Okay. She just pulled
This is far
like,
enough.
look, and then ran away.
I hope so. But what were you thinking? That sort of behavior isn't like you at all.
I mean, true, they don't
I just-
carry their
I thought you were in danger,
books on
Mercy.
them. Would
You're
not make
actually
sense for that.
blaming me for this? It's like I don't even know you
Uh oh,
anymore.
they're angry.
Mercy! I was just
Oh
trying to protect
boy,
you.
oh, lady problems. Wow, that's how this one, that's their level up? Is that they're mad at each other? That's pretty funny. Okay.
Apologies for my late arrival, Mercedes. My duties ran long, as per usual.
There's no need to apologize at all. Please, have a seat.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
We've met for tea so many times, but you never seem to get used to it, do you, Ingrid?
Not entirely, no. I'm not accustomed to being treated so delicately.
Huh.
Anyway, what will we talk about today?
I actually wanted to gripe about something that's been bothering me.
Damn.
You? Gripe?
That's what I was about to
Now
say.
that's unusual. I'm happy to listen, of course.
Ugh.
It's the least I can do after all
I
the
feel
kindness you've
awful
shown me.
right now.
Thank you.
Yikes.
The one thing I really wanted to talk about is marriage.
Oh boy.
Oh?
Yes. I received a letter from my adoptive father about
they're sharing
marriage
similar
discussions with a
problems.
noble
I see.
family.
And will you accept?
That's the problem. No matter what I decide, I'll probably be married off anyway. What I really want to do is help those in need. But I think it would be more difficult to do so if I married a nobleman.
Understandably so. Sounds to me like you need a strategy to silence your father.
Sorry? To silence him?
Don't you agree? It seems the best course of action would be to consider severing all ties with the family and running away.
Jesus.
We don't need to go that far. I'm sorry. I really just needed to let that out. I don't need you to worry about solving my problems.
Oh, okay. It's just a bit personal for me, actually.
She internalized, or I guess externalized her own feelings.
My attention. He always was obsessed with me carrying on the family bloodline. At a very young age, my hand had already been promised to someone in marriage.
Yeah.
But Glenn died young.
Unfortunate.
That must have been difficult for you. Would you have married him if he had survived?
That's a good question. It's hard to imagine now. Although I did admire him quite a lot. He held true to the ideals of knighthood, proudly serving
I think it's just so funny that
Even
Ingrid
after
is
all
gonna
these
marry
years, I
Felix's
aspire to be the type
brother.
of knight that he embodied. But that's just it. I'm not a tool for furthering my family's fortunes. I'm a knight at heart.
Well, you just had a
regardless of what my
conversation
father
with Ash
desires.
saying you weren't going to be a knight
see.
because you had a.
A very noble cause indeed.
She's flip floppy.
How strange that we should be worrying about the same
I mean,
thing.
look, let's be honest. She's not
Even
going to
though we're
marry
such
him.
different
Like
people.
she's unless she dies.
It's true.
I mean, I guess she can't really
Enjoying
unless she
a
gets
nice chat
expelled
with
from
you
the
looking
school.
Like this makes me
Uh,
realize
She'll.
maybe the paths
Yeah.
we walk
I
aren't
don't.
so
What am I
different
talking
after
about?
all.
I'm so tired, man.
Don't you think?
I do. These tea parties of ours. They really are something special.
Also, having a tea party in your room, I feel like
That
it's
they
bad.
are.
Get
Ingrid,
messy,
I
stinky.
would love to get to know you better if that's okay. I want to know about your childhood, your favorite books, the sweets you like, anything at all.
Absolutely. I'm happy to speak with you anytime. And I want to know you better too, Mercedes.
Yay! All right, Ingrid and Annette. I feel like nobody has a good relationship with Ingrid.
What's the matter, Annette? You look upset.
I'm just so sorry. I
What
had
is
no
Annette
idea.
talking about?
I'm not sure I follow. Take a breath. What's going on?
Well, I was really curious about why you're not
Oh,
interested
she
in
mentioned
things like makeup.
this the last time.
So I asked some of our friends about it, and
Oh, I see. I imagine they mentioned that my family was fairly poor, and they probably also mentioned that I lost my fiancé. Correct?
they did. I'm so sorry. It was thoughtless of me to try pushing those things on you.
It's perfectly fine, Annette. It's true, my family struggled financially. It wasn't easy growing up, but it taught me values I wouldn't have learned otherwise. and we weren't so poor that I consider myself deprived. I'm sure my family would have bought me makeup if I had wanted it, but it never mattered enough to me. Not then, and not now.
Oh, so you just never sought that stuff out?
Never. While I acknowledge it can be fun, fussing over my outward appearance isn't an instinct of mine. When I was younger, I'd usually be found covered in dirt, bugs in my hair, and a big smile on my face. Things haven't changed too much since.
Jeez.
Then,
You still got bugs in your
my
hair,
fiancé passed
covered in
on.
dirt. That's crazy.
My priorities shifted even further. It reminded me of what's most important in life. Beyond that, it's hard to think of myself changing without him around to see it, even if it's something trivial like how I present myself. But talking to you has helped me realize it's okay to loosen up and enjoy those things if I want. So, thank you.
Me? Oh, I didn't do anything at all. Except pester.
More importantly, do you notice anything
Is she
different
wearing
about me
makeup?
today?
Yes. It's very subtle, but I could tell right away that you were using that makeup I gave you.
Why are her teeth so
You
big?
could?
That scares me.
That
And
makes
its
me
teeth
happy.
are massive.
I was trying to apply it just how you showed me.
You did great. And it really suits you.
I think there's a lot I can learn from you, Annette. You've helped me embrace a lighter side of life I quite like.
It's my pleasure. Ooh, this is so great. Want to go shopping to celebrate?
Shopping? But what would we buy? That
Oh,
sounds
boy.
so overwhelming.
There's a dress I've
Wow,
been
this
eyeing
one's
for a while
really
now.
long.
I'm certain it will complement your pretty eyes. Just leave it to me, Ingrid. I'll make you the most fabulous knight this world has ever seen.
Well, that does sound fun. I look forward to it.
Yay. Yay. They're never gonna be they're never gonna be better friends than that. That's the best they get. Okay.